late in the evening, 5 or 6, so not too late, but it was already getting darker. And my dogs played with their friends and everybody left. We were the last to leave. When dogs play for a while, they really need water. So I was coming out with my dogs and they're very well behaved, unless they really want something. And I was just getting out of the gate and just putting them on the leash, and I have the leash that I hold them together on the same leash as kind of a split. And while I was trying to put it on one and it was cold, you know, my hands were kind of freezing a little bit, and just a fraction of a second. So I cannot tell you for sure, but Antares, my big dog, first, he ran to over there, to that opening, because he saw water and he knew that water is there. And the second one just followed him. Well, I just turned around. As I said, it was a fraction of a second. They both were in the water. I was tried not to panic, but I was panicking, and I just thought, okay, I need to go get them. And I was like, I cannot go get them. There is just no way. They kept swimming there in the circles trying to get out, but just ice did not give in. It was very thick ice. I called 911. I told the situation. I explained where I was.
We got the call in the evening. It was right about dusk. I grabbed the Mustang suit as we went out the station and my PFD, so that I could go ahead and be getting that on ready, so as soon as we got there I could just jump out of the truck and be ready, because this suit is a little difficult to put on. 3 fire trucks came in with an ambulance, of course, and with a police car. I cannot tell you how fast it was, but it was a matter of between 5 and 10 minutes. I mean, they just popped up out of nowhere, and lots of people came in, got dressed, went through that where it was closer, through the ice towards this opening, and got my dogs one by one. With the fire department, we all work together to get the same thing accomplished. Each position has its own role, and we all know what we are supposed to do. We're trained on what we are supposed to do.
When they just were pulled out of the water, they were shook up. They were just really, well, also there were lots of lights and people there, but still, they were quite scared. When they came and, you know, how much care they showed, how really they cared, I was thinking, those are dogs. Those are not even people in the water. Those are dogs, and it didn't matter. They really took care of them that they would be children. They pulled them out very carefully and did everything very quickly, and so many people were around there asking whether dogs were okay, whether I was okay. It was amazing.
If you're going to take your dogs out for a walk, which everybody likes to get out, especially on nice days, you have to be cautious, especially with the ice. You know, we'll have 0-degree days and we'll have our 40-degree days back to back. It's Missouri. We're so used to that, so you never know what the ice is going to be like. And you think that it's safe to just take your dogs out to the dog parks and let them run, because that's what we want to do, right? It's good for the dogs, but you have to be cautious not to let the dogs get on the ice. It's always good to keep them on their leash, even though you're at the dog park, because if they get on the lake, in most instances, especially with the cooling and warming, the ice is pretty thin, especially in the middle, and that's when they fall through the ice, or they get in the big hole and they can't get out because it's so thin.
They just not rescued 2 dogs, you know, they might be rescued my entire life. Who knows? Because it's to lose a dog, it's just lose someone in your family. So if not for them, I mean, of course, my dogs would not survive. And if even I would go, who knows what happened? Maybe after a few minutes, I would decide to go, and that would just not be good. So if not for this, for people, who knows what would happen. I'm very much grateful to what they did.